What's up, Slim?
Not much, Mike. How you been?
I'm good, man. How you been?
Bro, consider I just had teppy and I ain't got heartburn.
You had Habesha food?
Yeah, I had Eritrean food.
What you mean? Habesha food, Eritrean food is all the same.
No, it's not.
How's that?
There's Eritrean food, and I don't know what Habesha food is.
Oh, really? Okay. So you don't consider yourself Habesha?
I mean, what does that word even mean, bro?
Habesha just means us, the Horn of Africa, Eritrean, Ethiopian, Somalian, Djibouti, all of that. That's what I think. You know what I mean? Grew up thinking that Habesha is us, people that look like us, same complexion, you know what I mean, features, all of that, you know what I mean? Our women do have natural hair and all of that, so we not black, we not white. So we Habesha.
Word. I mean, I think we need to get a census on that, bro. Like, what's the people saying? What it means?
Yeah, I mean, we could do that. That's something that we can work on. That's you know, we could do that maybe on the next segment. It doesn't matter, really. What up, Myron?
What's up, Mike?
What you up to, bro?
Man, on this Mike Talks.
Yeah, man. Speaking of Mike Talks, man, we've been on this journey for what, about 3 months now?
Yeah.
Start off just doing audio, right?
Yeah.
Now, finally, beside the trailer that we did about a week ago, I believe, you know, we getting there. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
slowly, you know.
Yeah, we getting there. This is it right here, man. This is our first segment on camera.
Right.
What's up, audience? Everybody, shout out. Everybody in Atlanta. Everybody outside Atlanta.
Shout out your son. Shout out the whole family. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Everybody, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So what's up?
Yeah, man. I mean, shoot. Let's do what we do. Mike Talks. You know, we talk about life experiences.
Yep.
You know, we usually in the hustle of things, so
Yeah.
I just want to slow down, talk to y'all about, you know,
Yep,
what's really
yeah.
going on. Like Marvin Gaye said. So
Mm.
make sure y'all like and subscribe too. You know,
Yep.
stay tuned with the
Yeah,
the
hit that
conversation.
smash button too. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I got the smash button, bro. Don't forget
Facts.
that.
Hit
And,
that.
yeah, leave some comments, and also, you know, like you said, you know, if there's anything that you'd like for us to speak on, we are here for you. You know what I mean? We're here for the community, the Horn of Africa, everybody. Even, you know what I mean? You don't have to be, you could be from anywhere in Africa, right? We don't care. But I'm saying but since we are familiar with the Horn of Africa and this term that's used heavily in the Horn of Africa, Habesha, among usually the Eritreans, the Ethiopian, and the Somalians, you know, they probably use it more than anyone else in East Africa, I believe so. What you think?
Oh yeah. I mean, a lot of Americans starting to use the term too. Like when they look at us,
Mm-hmm.
they kind of like getting familiar with that word is.
Yeah. But what does that word actually mean, though? Like, I mean, the whole concept of us doing this show is to know what Habesha really means. So what is it? What do you think, growing up, like, what did you think Habesha meant to you?
Really Ethiopians and Eritreans.
Okay.
Specifically,
Yes.
I would say Tigrinya and Amharic speaking people.
Exactly. Even the Tigray and in Eritrea, the Tigray, because we have 9 tribes, right? The Tigray,
Right.
the Billion, the Tigrinya speakers, I believe, are considered Habesha. I don't know about the rest. I don't know about the Sahos and the other ethnic groups. In Ethiopia, they have many tribes, so I would say the Amaras and the Tigrinya speaking Ethiopians, I believe, even the Grage, I think they are more Habesha than the other ones. And a lot of that is because I think they said it all depends. Because of what they came from, their descendants. They are Semitics. That's the reason why they are considered Habesha. What do you think of that? I mean, because we did a little bit of Google on that and a little bit of information. We asked around, and
That sounds about right. Cause you know, growing up, I remember being in the store with my mom. And this lady asked her, like, Habesha?
yeah,
And then my mom was like, yeah. And I was like, Habesha? I thought it was Habesha, you know?
yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a matter of accent, I believe. It was just an accent. It wasn't so much of different, one with H, one without a H.
Yeah.
So, but the real term today is Habesha. I think it's heavily used today among us, East Africans, I believe. But I think, it's good to have to know you're different than the rest of the other Africa. Even there's a lot of Eritreans who invested businesses in Uganda, and I met a Uganda professor at Georgia State, and he said that we are with the white people of Africa. So I said, how's that? That we are the white people of Africa? But I think it's because of our features and the textures and like things like that. We here with Mike Talks. What introduce yourself to the people?
My name is Mama Amina. I'm one of the Crackstone leaders. And
Okay, and I'm sure you heard the word Habesha. What does it mean to you in this community?
Habesha is the people coming from Ethiopia and Eritrea.
Okay, and do you think does it belong to a certain tribe, or do you know much about it? Like, what do you think?
I don't know many about it, but what I know is they are coming from Ethiopia, and they're
So you think they came from Ethiopia and
Eritrea.
So you call those people that you know that's from Ethiopia, Eritrea, that they are Habesha?
Yes.
Okay, cool, fair enough. All right.
I heard that my boy Reem was saying something like we consider Caucasians, and the way they classify Caucasians. If we Google it, they would say it's less based on skin tone. It's more based on skull structure.
Wow.
That's why we got
I never heard of
the
that.
slimmer noses.
Okay.
And the foreheads that look like they do, the high cheekbones.
Oh,
so
man.
They starting to classify race a little bit differently than they did.
Wow.
So
Awesome.
I can see why
I can add to that. Like, actually, I remember, like, in high school, this dude, like, a friend of mine I grew up with, was like, yo, I just realized you act like us, but you're not like us. And I'm like, what? How so? And he was like, yo, your mustache is a little bit wider than, whatever, and your hair texture is a little bit different than ours. And once they started noticing that, and I started telling people that I was Indian and black. I definitely didn't want to say African. You know what I'm saying? Because Africa had a negative connotation at that time. Africa was known for, being African booty scratcher, which I really didn't know what it meant until now. Things like that. But I think we paved the way for the new millennium. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Nowadays, to be East African is a big thing. To look like the Habesha that we talked about, right? To look like that is becoming more embraced. And rappers like Drake and things, people around his circle talking about the young East Africa, soft skin and long hair and all of that. So a lot of that I could see why we would be considered Habesha, why we are a little bit different than the other Africans, like the west of Africa or the south of Africa, like the south of Sudan, right? So I see why that can happen, because like you said, we got that, and I'm not claiming that we are Caucasian, but I'm just saying that I see why that would, that's been said. I would believe so.
Yeah, I mean, we really got to Google it to see what people are talking about as far as that. But I know in my experience growing up, we really had this kind of like close-knit / mob like experience. Like if you go to weddings, if you pick up family from the airport, y'all going in a big group, and it's a big celebration too. When you see people in public.
Yep.
I know seeing like my parents seeing somebody in public, it's like a big thing.
It's
like,
a big deal.
They show a lot of love.
Even then, but now we becoming very modern. It's a lot of us here in the Western world, especially like in America, like Georgia, like Atlanta. There's a lot of Habeshan people. Even like DC, like these famous artists are talking about Ethiopians and all of that. And then some of it is more of like they talk about how our people got big forehead and all of that. I mean, to me, you can't say everybody have one thing, right? I think that's a little bit of of course it's entertainment. So I don't feel that it wasn't insulting to me at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it as an insult, but I do see it as a, you know what I mean? Like, I see that they know that we different than them, you know, for whatever, you know, they all look alike kind of thing.
Word, because it's like, when you think about life, man, you want to find yourself, understand yourself. And a lot of people, when they hear something about you that kind of describe you, like when they hear Habesha, they kind of attach it with you, and you want to really see if that's true or not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, speaking towards like different stereotypes.
Got you.
And things like that. But
I think a lot of it, to me, you know, I don't have a problem with being called African American, because, you know, we are Eritrean American, because you and I are Eritreans. You know, our homies in the crew are from Somalia. You know what I mean? We networking with each other. We want to do business. We want to do everything together, you know, within our community, because that's how you uplift your community, by working together. One thing that we struggle with, I believe, you know, because everybody wants to find their own way of doing things, and once you become successful at it, and somebody else will follow you, but nobody is really being unique about doing different things within the community. So our goal is to unite, to bring unity, not to divide, because on the trailer that we did that 1 minute a week ago, a lot of people were one of my friend who happened to be African American, remember, he made fun of you a little bit, like, not made fun of you, but he was like, yo, the dude on your chair, he looked just like me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think.
You know what I mean? He said stuff like that, but he thought we were trying to divide, but honestly, we're trying to bring unity. But how we do that is through identity. First, we need to know who we are, and why are we using this word? Well, is this word being misused, or this word is actually, it does describe us? Does it suit us? It's the question. So to the audience out there, if you feel that you can contribute in some kind of way to be part of this movement, and you want to be a guest speaker, we ask you to come. I mean, we could be reached through all the platforms that we have. We have IG, we have Twitter, we have Facebook, and we could be reached through email, which is mytalkstv@gmail.com. We're here to serve you. You know what I mean? We're not here to dictate or anything like that, but we are here. We are very confident of what we're saying and what we want. And one thing that we want, I know for sure, at least for me, is unity. But how you bring unity is you must know your circle, your community first, before you can bring your surrounding, your neighbors, your other communities, your other African brothers. We're not sitting here. I mean, Africans themselves don't consider us a black. Remember that one incident I was telling you a while ago, when my boy from Ethiopia that was a barber, he used to work with me, was cutting this dude's hair, who happened to be African American, and he didn't like the haircut, and he was like, yo, you don't know how to cut black people's hair. And they had an argument, and I had to tell the dude, because it was my shop, so I had to tell the dude, hey, take it easy. You know, the guy that worked with me, which is the guy from Ethiopia, it doesn't matter if the guy said you're not Ethiopian, doesn't change a minute of your life because he said you're not black. You know what I'm saying? Because he maybe in his mind you think you are Indian or Ethiopian, and Ethiopians are not black, maybe. Whatever influence that man had is the reason why he felt the way he did. And we shouldn't get offended. We should embrace it. If somebody say that we're not African American, I'm okay with it. For me, I'm okay with not being. I'm Eritrean American for sure. I don't have to consider myself as African American. Go ahead, continue. What you think?
I think, man, yeah, we black, but it's 50 shades of black, I think. Because it's like, when we was coming up at elementary school, my elementary school was it was like the whole elementary school was black. And so in my experience,
because you're from Georgia,
not just Georgia, but
I mean Atlanta, I should say.
In DeKalb County, it's like the second most populous county in the country of black people.
Exactly.
So what I really want to say is, we get down to who you are, what's your character, like, on the strength of that.
I agree.
Like, Eritrea, Habesha, that's a culture. You know what I'm saying? It's not just black. It's meanings involved in that.
Yes. Yep. Strong.
So it's
strong
like,
culture.
yeah, we black on the outside, but like we trying to figure out who we are as a people.
What's up, bro?
What's going on, man?
Quick question. What does Habesha mean to you?
A home?
Home, really?
Mm-hmm.
You sure it's not? Okay.
Because you know, like how my dad grew up in Sudan, his pops was born in Habesha. So you know, it's a concept.
So where's Habesha located?
In Africa?
What part?
South Africa. I mean, East Africa.
East Africa.
East Africa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who do you think Habesha is, man? Who's in East Africa that you think would be Habesha?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
You're not sure?
Mm-mm.
Okay, cool. Where you from?
I'm from Sudan.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
You know.
Exactly.
So that's how I see it.
Eritrea is made up of 9 different tribes, right? We have pure Arabs, and meaning like 100%, and we have people that look like us, and we have people that migrated from West Africa because of the Red Sea. They probably got stuck somewhere there, and I think we call them Bantus. You know what I mean? All Bantus are the same. Somali Bantu, Eritrean Bantu, they're just different terms. We use the word Kunama. Shout out to my boy Said, who's Kunama. You know what I'm saying? He know who he is. Shout out to you, bro.
My boy,
yeah, my boy Said, he knows that term. So shout out to you, bro. So, anyways, my boy from Jersey.
Oh, I was thinking about you talking about Lucky.
No, my boy from Jersey. But shout out to you, bro.
Okay.
So, anyways, what I want to say is, I'm not trying to say that we are white. We're not trying to say that. But there's this term that's being given to us by who we don't know who. We about to find out. Either we will find out on this segment or we'll find out on the next segment, because we are gonna go on the street and we're gonna interview people, different nationality, different ethnic groups. We're gonna interview them and ask them what does it mean to them, and then we're gonna get to the bottom of this. Right. You know what I'm saying? The key is to know what Habesha means. If it has a negative connotation, then we don't need it. We need to X that thing out. We don't need it. If it has a positive connotation, then we do need to embrace it, and we do need to. It's okay to be different. We don't have to fit in, because remember, let's talk about fitting in. From Pee Wee, middle school, high school, I basically wanted to be black all my life. I wanted to be black all my life. What that mean, though? Meaning, like, I wanted, because to me, the definition of black at that time was African American who are rappers, singers, whatever, the culture of African American, because they do have a culture. You know what I mean? Their culture is that hip hop, that sagging pants below your knee, you know what I mean? Baggy pants. I mean, having all these things and looking good for the girls and wearing, rocking my Timbs.
That's a part of it.
You know what I'm saying? That's a part of it.
And I know what you mean, bro. I hate to cut you off.
No, you good. Go ahead.
And I kind of felt the same way as you, but to me, black men coming through adversity, through struggle, still being resilient. That's why I still consider like Eritreans as black.
Okay.
That resilient.
So now on camera, now he's claiming he's black, y'all.
The other day we black on the outside. It's about respect.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Getting down to the nitty gritty of who we are as a people, tracing back through history so we can understand where we are today.
I got you, bro.
That's why I'm with you on the same page. Like,
we on the same page. We saying the same thing. Going back to that, like my experiences, right? As a young black man, African American, I remember I went to Indianapolis, Indiana, and I was at a club. At that time I had like longer hair, juicy, and this girl approached me at the bar. It was an African American girl. Maybe so mixed, but I remember she was a very light skinned girl working at the bar, and she was like, and she had a little bit of drink, so she said, "Hell nah." I mean, she said it like that, and she was like, "Oh man, I ain't never seen a dark skinned dude with curly hair." I was like, "Oh, you must not seen Somalians because they all got curly hair," even though I'm not Somalian, but I'm just saying. So because Indiana is a small place, it's not like Minneapolis, it's not like DC, it's not like Georgia. So what I mean, I learned a lot, so that I always had that belief that I was different in a way. Like as I matured, throughout adolescence, I wanted to fit in. I wanted to be a black culture, fit in, and be BET MTV. But when I got older and I had the mind, that was when I went to Eritrea and I visited Eritrea and I came back, I started to kind of change lane in life, or change path, I should say, in a way. Like I just felt like I was always been more Eritrean than I ever been American. Like, even though I was kind of 50-50 because part of me wanted to be African American and do the things that is expected as African American in this country, which is to be a thug and to be all of that, but that's not true. If I had a little bit of mentor, a little bit of, a brother, older brother, or whoever that can show me the rope, and then I think I would have seen it from the point where you saw it. You know what I mean? Maybe because we both have different experiences, right? That you saw black on a different term. I saw black as in only hip hop culture. You understand what I'm saying? So there's things that we both learn from trying to fit in this society. Now the new millenniums are saying, oh, we are African American because they are attaching themselves with like Nipsey Hussle, who happens to be half Eritrean, half African American, but didn't really talk about being Eritrean for so long. But I saw that he did visit Eritrea. I saw some of his articles.
It's funny because the name Nipsey they associated with body.
The
Nipsey.
Body, exactly.
But Nipsey Russell was a comedian from Atlanta.
Exactly.
Who they made fun of. They said you were funny.
Yeah.
So they called him Nipsey Russell.
Yep.
Like the comedian.
Yeah.
From back in the day. Y'all should Google him.
Yeah. I think a lot of people know about that now because he did. After he died, more stuff did come out about who he is, and people get to know you, I guess, when you die. They don't really embrace you while you're alive, which should be, right?
Like Biggie said, right?
Yeah, Biggie said it so many times. Biggie, we're not gonna talk about Biggie right now, but he's the man. Rest in peace.
Word.
Tupac as well, my man.
Respect.
Much respect, man. But I just want to say this, that the culture itself, being Habesha, since that is what brought us here, the word Habesha came from the word Habesh. And I think the Arabs, consider us as Habesh. A few guys from the Iraqis that work with me were telling me that, hey, Mike, you're not black. You guys, Habesh, are not black. Because even Prophet Muhammad, be peace on him, he basically said that, he gave, a lot of credit to the Habeshan people because I think they did something that was impressive at the time. So it has history, I believe, because people that I talk to, they all say different things, what Habesha means, but nobody is giving us clear definition what Habesha means and who does it belong to.
Word. I mean, I know I did some research on the word myself.
What does it mean?
And not just the word, but I seen it said incense gatherer.
Okay.
And I know that area was heavy in trade and it was connected to, the Arabian Peninsula. And so that would kind of make, a connection. But
so
bro.
Does this make the Oromos and the other, like the Somalians and the Djiboutis, because a few people did reach out to me on the trailer that we did that Somalians and Djiboutis are not Habesha. So does this mean that because they came from the Kushites, because they came from that bloodline, does that make them not Habesha too? This is a question to the audience because we don't know. We want to know. So tell us, help us, let's teach each other. We want to learn from you too, the same way that you could learn from us. We all could learn from each other, right? What's up, man?
Hi.
What's going on? What does Habesha mean to you?
Well, Habesha are, from what I know, Habesha is a type of people from Ethiopia that are predominantly Muslim and Christian. I don't know too much on the topic, but that's basically what all I know.
So you think it belongs only to Ethiopia?
No. I believe that all races are from all over the world, but especially Habesha people, I've seen a lot of people, especially here in Georgia.
Okay, so you think Habeshan people look certain, do they have a certain look?
Not really. All people look the same. We all are the same, so
okay.
So not really.
Okay, cool. So Habesha again is from
Eritrea or Ethiopia.
Eritrea or Ethiopia. Okay, let's see what the audience think. But anyways, I'm just saying that I feel I feel good about it because our mission is really, like I said, to serve our community. That's it. There's nothing that more than that to me. I'm grateful. I'm happy that we can do that, and I'm grateful for for all you guys here doing this with me. Much respect and love. So, is there anything else that you'd like to add? Your experience, maybe as a Eritrean American, or whatever you consider yourself African American. Did you? Because I'm sure, like, we all are like Eminem's looking, I should say.
I don't know. It's just growing up, a lot of people would say, "Oh, you Habesha? I thought you was black." Yeah. And I think it's more of a way of experiences and how you carry yourself.
Exactly.
Because I was born, in DeKalb.
Yeah.
Medical, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so I was born and raised here. Yeah. And I always felt comfortable around in my surroundings in Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Yeah.
And with my bro, we just grew up, a lot of kids in our neighborhood just playing outside all the time.
But I want to add to that, though. You think your brother would get more recognition as a Habesha than you would, right? Because your brother is a lot lighter. He's almost fair complexion.
I think
right?
so. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of that too, and I think sometimes we do come off as, I don't want to say prejudice, but lighter is better. I think that's a universal thing. You know what I mean? Like in America, all over Africa, that's why white people or Caucasians get a little bit more credit or respect in some areas than a color darker complexion person.
Yeah, I went to the Outkast concert, and he had Andre 3000 had a jumpsuit that said, "Why does dark skinned people get treated worse across all cultures, across all countries?"
Yeah.
But that's for another segment.
Yes, deep. That's deep, right? Yeah. So because we all do, judge. We have the need to judge. We always think if you see a family with a dark skin and a light skin, they always think, oh, that kid can't be there from that parent. It must be from mistress or something like that, right? They just try to because they try to create rumors and
no doubt.
Yeah, they try to create rumors. That's what they do, and that's stuff that we need to stop doing, because you're not helping. You only create an issue among the family, So it doesn't matter what complexion, dark skin, light skin, Habesha, whatever you consider yourself. But at the end of the day, you will go back to your identity. As you get older, you go back to being who you really are, not what you wanted to be, but to who you really are. Well, God created you to be, more importantly, and then also you'll be more comfortable with under your own skin, and more. You'll embrace your culture even more.
Where I think also one big thing that we as black people, as Habesha, as people in general need to understand is we can have unity without uniformity.
Yep. That's big. We don't have to be from the same country to like each other. I love my Somalian brothers. I love my Ethiopian brothers. It doesn't matter, even though with Ethiopia we had this, bloody war or whatever. That's in the past. Let's move on. What can we do now? How can we heal each other? How can we come together? That's what, togetherness is a very important thing. That's what bring greatness. Greatness is already within us. So, we appreciate you for listening. Don't forget, again, leave some thumbs up. Some subscribe. Help me out, brother.
It's Mike Talks, y'all. We just talking life experiences. So get in the mix.